What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, CEO, MTS Nutrition on the Tiger Fitness Group on Facebook. That's the Tiger Fitness Group on Facebook. I'll link it down below in the description box. I answer questions and help people reach their goals. And that group's awesome because it's just a bunch of people getting together, no hate, no negativity, just helping each other reach their goals. Anyway, I'm going to answer a question from there right now. This comes from Henry Zeruth III. How important do you believe blood work is, and should everyone get blood work done this extensive? For men, I'm referencing the following things: test, free test, TSH, estrogen, sensitive estrogen test, lipid profile, complete blood count, and differential PSA. Aside from the above, do you feel there are any other things that should be tested? I think that's a pretty damn good range. Now, if you have some weird stuff come up on your test, your doctor is going to obviously want to test further. Now, I believe once you get their blood work done every 6 to 12 months, I'm actually going in next week to get my every 6-month test done. Now, the reason that is, and this is if you're natural, enhanced, 18 years old, 40 years old, and here's why. Now, we've seen people get their blood work done. It comes out weird. And they say, well, blood tests don't mean anything because this. Blood tests don't mean anything because that. And, oh, we could go on this, and those ranges are wrong. And I agree. You know, if you're a hard training athlete, your AST, ALT, or your liver enzymes might be high. If you consume creatine, you might have higher creatinine levels because it's a byproduct of creatine. If you consume high protein, you might have some high BUN levels, and that might not mean anything is deleterious to your health. Even though I do have a super high protein diet, even though I do train really, really, really hard, my AST, ALT, my BUN, and my creatinine is perfect. It's normal. I've posted these online. Now, the reason being is I think I take countermeasures for this. You know, there are certain things you could do to counter bad cholesterol, bad lipids. You know, if you are enhanced, cardiovascular activity, fish oil, things like that. Ambrosia nectar is fantastic for overall organ, liver, kidney, and heart health. Now, the reason we're going into blood work, and I believe all those should be tested. I believe you should test your testosterone. I know a lot of doctors, you know, I have a lot of 20-year-olds. My doctor says he doesn't think I should test my testosterone. Why not? Why? Why not? Why shouldn't a 21-year-old know where their test is at? I want to know everything that's going on with my body. I want to know where my estrogen's at, my testosterone. I want to know my cholesterol. I want to know my blood sugar. I want to know fasted insulin. I want to know all of that stuff. And who is a doctor to tell me what I can't know about my body? Just because you don't think. The reason they don't want to do it is they don't think it's necessary. But there are a lot of things that will be indicated by these tests. You know, if you have a weird testosterone or thyroid issue, that could be or you have weird testosterone or thyroid readings, that could be a pituitary issue. So I think that we should always read that. Now, this is why I also think you should have blood work often, is that it's just a snapshot at that moment in time. If you're stressed, your liver enzymes might be high. You might have a higher blood pressure, you might have a higher heart rate. If you are, let's say, malnourished or for some reason something's happening, you're dehydrated, it'll be messed up. By having blood work 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, 24 months, you get it where you can look at those and say, all right, overall, I'm doing pretty well. Now, the second time I had this test, my levels were off here, but then it was fine here. My iron levels were off on the second test, but then I donated blood and it was perfect, so that regulated it. So it'll help you kind of keep your health in a good range. Now, I remember when carnivore people were getting their levels tested, they were getting cholesterol all through the roof and all this stuff. They're like, well, it doesn't matter because cholesterol doesn't mean this, that. I disagree. Sure, you know, you take overall lifestyle, the fact that you are metabolizing a lot of meat, the fact that your bun's going to be high because you're operating on a lot of gluconeogenesis, protein, and basically protein, nitrogen really. You know, basically blood or urine nitrogen. It's your body processing the protein. So you're going to have higher BUN. It's just going to happen. And that could be indicated by the diet. Does that mean the diet's hurting you? Probably not. But I just want to know that. So the bottom line is, yes, it is important. Blood work is important. At least every 12 months, get blood work done. As soon as you turn 18, and even sooner if you can, get your blood work done. Because you want to catch whatever's going on or could potentially be going on in time to correct it. Let me give you a story. When I was 18 years old, 19 years old, I actually got my blood work done. And my bilirubin, which is a liver enzyme count, was high. Now, if you look at what bilirubin can lead to, it can indicate a lot of issues within the body. Lucky for me, my bilirubin was high, but there was no reason for it. We don't know why it was high, and they guessed it was a genetic heightened bilirubin count, but since then, my bilirubin's regulated itself. My bilirubin is normal, but that could have indicated something bad in my liver. So, as a precaution, my doctor sent me in to get an ultrasound on my liver to make sure everything was okay. What if they found a cancerous tumor on my liver? What if they found whatever? The bottom line is, it's cheap. Even if you pay out of pocket, you're looking at $100 to $200 for blood work that you need. And God forbid something's wrong. Usually it can be indicated by your blood work. Anyway, guys, that's all I got to say about that. Let me know your thoughts. Do you get your blood work done every 6 to 12 months? I know a lot of people like hormonal blood work. And I'm just going to say this because I'm getting a lot of messages on this. And just for the record, I'm not sponsored by anybody. I do not get remunerated or paid for anything I recommend. But my hormone replacement therapy doctor, Dr. Kurt Mondell at Hormone Health and Wellness in West Palm Beach, Florida. Now, he handles people over to the U.S. I'm in Chicago. We do everything by email and phone. And he writes my prescriptions and everything. Now, if you want your blood work done, my doctor can help you out with that and also read it for you. So if you're looking for someone, if your GP says he won't test your hormones for whatever reason, and I know that sounds silly, but I've had a lot of people whose doctors refuse to write them a prescription for testosterone, which I believe is criminal. Who is a doctor to tell me what I shouldn't know in my body? Write me the damn prescription, right? So if you need any help with that, I'm going to put their info down below. It's Hormone Health and Wellness. So I'm going to put their website down below. You click on that to contact us, and they'll call you back. So that's all I got to say about that. But you absolutely should get your blood work done. If you can, go to your GP and get it written. If anything comes up weird, so it goes to your insurance, I'm assuming you have insurance, will refer you to a specialist for whatever shows up wacky, if anything shows up wacky. But if you want to get your blood work done and for some reason your GP, who for whatever reason you stick with, is too stubborn and moronic to write you a prescription to get your hormones checked, there's a link down below. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. I'm Marc Lobliner. Like, subscribe, share, all that stuff. And that's not a game.